Hello guys, what's up? It's R2 here. Today I want to talk with you about the really important stuff in this, what every character does in Genshin Impact. This is not just about Genshin Impact, it's about mostly games and RPGs and this kind of stuff in general. In RPGs mostly we have three types of stuff. I mean we can have four. We have DPS, we have support, we have healers, and we have tanks, you know. And right now in Genshin Impact there's not a sense, you don't need to make like just a tank to stay there and tank the mob or tank the boss for the other for your party to do damage, you know, because mostly when you play alone you can just put one character in field at a time. In co-op maybe in the future we can have something like that you're gonna need a tank like shield and tank have lots of defense. Let me just close this shit right now, and then all the other members of your team do damage. But right now we just have the roles of DPS, support, and healer. Mostly support and healer, they are a little bit the same, but mostly support, they're gonna increase your damage, they're gonna increase your defense, they're gonna give you like invulnerability or something like that. And healers, like the name already say, they're gonna heal up your team. And mostly you are still struggling there. You have strong teams, you have good weapons, but then you don't do enough damage, or you die a lot, or you can't complete the content like a beast, for example, in time. I mean, and maybe that's okay, because first of all, Genshin Impact is a PvE game, there's no PvP, so there's no such a thing as meta. There are of course better characters than the others, like if you have a 5-star, the stats are better, they're gonna be probably outputting 4-star characters. But what you also need to see is that it's easier to get constellation in 4 stars, as soon as you get these 4-star characters get really strong, like Razor for example, so he can be a really nice DPS. So right now we're gonna talk, as I said, first, this is a PvE game, use whatever you like, whatever you want, the way you like, do any builds you want, try everything if you have fun. This is just about having fun. I'm gonna be talking my opinion and how you should be using your characters. Let's take a look right here. As always, we're gonna be using the Honey Hunt word as a reference, because this website is really great for Genshin Impact. It has everything, it shows you everything, it's really nice. Things can change here, I mean not everything is for sure. So let's start with two examples. Let's take Barbara and Diona right here, and then you scroll a little bit and you see Diona base attack at level 90, 212. Barbara is even less, 159. This is like nothing. This is like, and then you see again her ascension stuff, it's HP. And I don't know why Diona is cryo damage, because these two characters, they are not meant to be DPS. As I said, if you like Barbara, if you want to use her as your DPS, you can do this. Every character in this game, if you high invest, they're gonna be strong, they're gonna be good. And with Barbara you can have vaporize, so you can have 2 times damage in fire, so you can see high numbers of her. But Barbara is meant to be like low invested. She's meant to be a healer, because if you see her base attacks, look at this, is 37%. Let's check Diona's ones, it's 36. This is really low, you know. She's meant to be a healer. So maybe you have a Barbara DPS and you're not cleaning the content, it's because of that. Let's just take a look and Diluc right now. Just look at the base attack, 335. It's almost twice, and he gets critical rating in his ascension. So what we can get with this, Diluc, it's meant to be a DPS, not a healer. And then you know, I don't care about base attack, I don't care about HP. And then we take a look in Barbara's skills, her 2 skills. This is like a buff. This doesn't do damage, this doesn't give you a lot of particles, so she's meant to be a support, guys. Sorry to say that. If you love Barbara, you want to use her DPS, do this. It's your account, it's your game. But let's take a look in her ultimate, her elemental burst. Again, it's a burst heal. You're just gonna use this, you won't do any damage, you're just gonna heal tons of damage. So what you want to do with Barbara, and she's a catalyst user, so you can also put this this right here with her. Where's this one? Everybody gets this book in the gacha. Whenever you use here and you change characters at refinement rank 4, your DPS is gonna get an attack percent boost of 48% every 10 seconds with a cooldown of 10 seconds. So you just put this book on Barbara, you just use the E you just change your DPS and then you're gonna have a huge boost on your DPS, you know. Like I said, if you want to make her DPS, these don't do any damage, these as well don't do any damage. You're just gonna be auto attacking with her charge attack. I mean, you can do this if you want, but she's not meant to be something like that. Again, Diona, what does her first skill does? It's a shield. I mean, Diona's shield do a little bit of damage, but again, Diona's ultimate elemental burst, it is a burst of heal. It does heal and it doesn't really do tons of damage. If you high invest on her, if you put some cracked 5-star weapons on her, and if you put her basic attack at level 10, look, this is already great, you know, but with the same investment, you need to see that Genshin Impact is about investment, and the resources are limited. So if you spend like, let's say 1 billion more or 1 billion stuff in Diona, she's gonna be strong. You can use her DPS if you like, but she's not meant to be like that. She's meant to be a support healer, and she's great because she can be also support when you get some constellation on her. Her constellation 6 is just amazing, elemental mastery, so she can be a healer and a support, you know, which is really great. Again, if you have her and if you don't mind about, I don't like her too much, she's meant to be a support. Let's take a look at Xiangling, for example, right here. She has an okay base attack, and all this Zhongli discussion, oh, I want Zhongli to be my main DPS, he's so cool, his attacks are so cool, but take a look right here, guy. At level 90, he has 250 base attack. And then you take a look at his basic attack, it's lower than Xiangling. She's a 4-star free unit, guys. She has 12% more damage at level 1 than Zhongli. This guy is not meant to be your main DPS, sorry. I know his art is super cool, his basic attacks just look awesome, his ultimate looks like the god, just a huge meteor on the monster's face, but again, his E, his proc stuff, look at this damage, this is nothing here, you know, and the ultimate is like a burst damage. He is a burst support. Even Mihoyo said that Xiangli is meant to be a support to protect your team, and he's gonna get some buffs. Probably he's gonna be cracked because they're gonna make this skill better. They're gonna make Geo in total better. So maybe then you can use Zhongli as a main DPS. But right now, if you put Bloodstain on him, if you use Crescent Pike on him, just the same investment, Xiangling would be better, you know. And now let's take a look at another lance. The third we're gonna get, it's Xiao. Look at this, you can highly see that he's meant to be a DPS, guys. 350 base attack, he gets critical rate, and look at this, at level 1 he has like more than 50% attack. Again, look at this skill again, his E is not a shield, it's not something like it, it's a huge stuff, and this has 2 charges, so every 10 seconds you have like 700% attack. And look at this ultimate, everything on him is built to do damage, you know, everything. He can't be a support, you know, because if you use his ultimate and change to another character, he's gonna lose his ultimate. Is exactly the same example with Razor. If you use Razor's elemental burst, the wolf, and you change, you're gonna lose the wolf. So what you want to do, you want to make Razor, you want to make Xiao, you want to make Diluc with also a main DPS stronger with supports and healers like Diona and Barbara and Bennett, so you can increase their potential, you know. Of course, like I said, you can play with all your 4. If you want to build the 4 characters of your party and just use a little bit, you can just use Diluc E 3 times ultimate and change, and maybe use Razor ultimate and slam with the wolf, and then change to Diona and do some charge attacks. Play the game as you want. But if you want to increase your damage, you want to clean that Abyss 12 in 7 minutes to get 3-star, you're gonna need to be using the characters the way they're meant to be. You know, look at this, 335 base attack, this is huge. Look at this here, 90% at level 1, and look at Diluc E, he has 3 charges of his E, 94% at level 1, 97 in 128, sorry. He's meant to be a monster, a DPS. And how you want to use Diluc as a support, he doesn't have any heal, he doesn't have any buff. Let's say whenever he uses, he hit 3 times, he increases all party members attacking 40%, and maybe you could use Diluc as a support, but he doesn't have anything which it's good for your party. Everything is based on him. Diluc is gonna increase all his constellations, he's increased his own burst. It's not like, for example, Xiangling. as soon as you get her to Constellation Chicks, all pyro damaging bonus on your party is gonna get 15% high. So she can be a support, she can be your main DPS, she is more viable, let's say like that, you know. She can do more roles. She's good at the DPS, she's good as a support. You can just put Goba, and let's again, when you use the Pyronad, is super strong. If you change two characters, the Pyronad is gonna continue running, you know. So she can be a support, a DPS as well. Let's take a look again at Klee. Oh, she looks a little bit sad in this picture, I don't like that. But look at the base attack again. 311 and 28% pyro bonus damage. Look at this, level 1, 72%. Look at this, more damage. Look at her ultimate, more damage. I mean, if you have Klee at Constellation, some constellations with her, like Constellation 4, you can make her as a burst support, you know. You can use Klee, you can use her E, you're gonna decrease monsters' defense by 23%. This is huge. Let's say you want to use Klee as a support. If you have constellations, you can do this, but you just have Klee at 0 constellations, she's gonna be your DPS, because again, if you use Klee's ultimate and change to another character, she's gonna lose the ultimate. But if you have Constellation 4, she's gonna do 545 pyro damage and explosion. This is huge. This can crit, this is causes her critical damage, so you can play her as a support if you want, if you have constellations. But again, this is what I wanted to talk about, you guys. Maybe you look at your teams and you're not doing enough damage, you can't clean the content. I mean, open world, it's easy, you can probably do everything because the mobs are easy to kill. There's no you don't need to do the stuff like in Abyss, which they steal your stamina or they steal your energy, so you can't use the ultimate. So if you can't use your ultimate, you can't use heals, and you can't really use food in Abyss. So you need to try to see, as soon as you get a new character, let's say you just got, I don't know, let's say you got Diona right now, you're a new player, you got Diona. Go through her skills and take a look. She has a low base attack. She gets cryo damage. I don't know why this is healing bonus, because she means to be a healer. And then you take a look, she has a shield and a burst heal. So you just need to think, this character is probably meant to be my healer. So if you need a healer, if you need a shield to protect yourself, she's gonna be great. But if you need a main DPS, you're just gonna spend tons of resources on her and she won't be good. You're gonna be sad, you know. But if you love her, if you love her design, you want to see her as many as possible in camp, it's just gonna take a little bit longer. You're gonna need to have cracked artifacts, and then she's gonna be okay, you know. But again, this is about fun. Play whatever you want. I just wanted to talk a little bit about you guys about this. And keep in mind, do whatever you want. As I said, as soon as you get a new character, take a look at his skills. Comes to the website here. You can also see on YouTube or something like that the builds the characters are meant to be. And again, have fun. And that's it, what I have for today, guys. I see you around.